Yeah, let's start today with some racing on Super Nintendo. Carpet is no fair racing. Let's just go with the defaults. Announcer versus music. I like the music, but I wonder. We go with the music. Ah, yeah, just like this. Custom tracks are fun, but let's go at first with the season. And it starts with this. Take it easy. Alright. At this point only number matters. I think 11 I usually... At this age I went usually with the defaults. I like everything default. Cyclops, Leonardo, the Red Ranger. Always the first guy. Kind of know this game, but let's see. Yeah, that's the cars and gas, and that's the nitro. And very rocking SNES era. Fake electric guitar. So yeah, this was my... well, it's hard to say, but... oh, that was really fast. Still last. Oh yeah, I needed to use the nitros. Oh well. So yeah, it's hard to say since this basically is just a toss-up between the games. Like, this is straight continuation from the last episode where I covered the Mario Collection and Donkey Kong Country and Jurassic Park. So when my dad told me there's this Super Nintendo or game console in the flea market, it's almost basically free, and we went to see it. It had 5 games, so those 3 from the last week, and then this was also part of the pack. Back then this was naturally like the least interesting game, just some driving. But at some point I tried this and it wasn't that bad. Like, you can already see that. And even now when I look at games, I think only on PlayStation the driving game started to become a bit interesting. On Super Nintendo they had this, like, you have everything is kind of flat or really exaggerated and so on. It doesn't really translate so well into an interesting driving. I think I actually try to adjust the... or maybe I should be a bit more blue with the ambilight. Maybe I'll just try to make some quick change right on the fly. Maybe right around here. Let's try it like this. No more changes for the moment. it looks quite white in real world as well. Yeah, it's still kind of summertime, even I said that I don't want to do this in too sunny. I still don't have any blackout curtains or something like that to really help with this. But so yeah, this game was like it took 5 seconds or maybe 20 seconds to notice that basically all the corners are the same. At this point I didn't really know that NASCAR is kind of... There's the South Park stereotype that all the NASCAR is just the same.
What's your guys' take on the track here? Any concerns?
Well, I think it's a fine track. You know, the techs have done a really good job of making sure the banks are grafted down to the right specs, and there shouldn't be any problems.
Yeah, we like the track, yep. We got it grabbed in banks and specs. It's like an oval, so we're gonna drive straight and then we're gonna be turning to the left.
They're saying hot weather tomorrow. Any concerns about restrictor plate or brake fade problems?
Of course, anytime you're dealing with high humidity and temperatures, you need to compensate your brake fluid, but the plates themselves...
Compensate your brake fluid and get your brake working so you can stop sometimes.
Excuse me, who is this kid? Is he even a driver?
You bring it on, Earnhardt. You scared of the competition? I'm just as poor and stupid as you.
Driving around the oval, so at least this has some corners also to the right. But still, this gets kind of monotonous quite fast, but on the other hand there are also like some nice parts. You have those like bridges over the track, so it likes interconnection. And in general this still feels kind of, or looks kind of realistic in the way how it is possible. Like you have the, I think 12 racers and all the cars feel like kind of realistic. They have like shapes, depth to them, so overtaking and they can block you. There can be some like grinding and bumping and collisions. Yeah, now the Ambilight looks kind of cool. And then the way the car flies up on the ramps, it's cool, and the car slides quite nicely. And then there are the oil slicks that can also make you fall. And this is also very important. Pit stops were a really cool aspect. I haven't played that many SNES racers, a bunch, and this the plus side is that this is my favorite of the ones that I've played. It's kind of realistic, but you have the nice music and longish season with sensible goals that you collect points and try to win the championship. It's more than most games. And like this race result screen, I don't really know what else to wish for. Very Formula 1 type of approach. I should save the coach, but no matter. Okay, now I have some cash and this is also nice. Kind of simplistic tuning and upgrade system, but it gets the job done. More fuel and a bit more engine and so on. Also kind of mini goal to that's interesting. Mini goal to upgrade as much as possible. Oh, and yes, there's some different music tracks and all which are nicely 80s. My friends didn't really care to play this game, but I remember with one cousin we only like 2 times I think, but still had okay time with it. There's the multiplayer, but I'm not sure was it turn-based. These starts are quite nice, especially if you don't like it's the qualifying thing is great. One efficient lap if you can like decides your starting position and then some intense starting moments. Now since it's novice it's kind of easy to overtake, but it's okay. I think I played this on some higher difficulties as well, but there's the small annoying part that if you place beyond, I think, 3rd position or something, then you just have a game over, which is really dumb in these games. You can win 10 races and then you have one bad race, like explode your car or something, and that means it's game over. Sure if that was necessary. Yeah, like for example here I might have done a mistake going to the pitch even if I had about 50% fuel left. And the AI is simplistic, but it still drives multiple lines and you can knock them, they don't just eliminate you outright. And
Holly Moselle is hit from behind by JT Delacroix and Earl Tillison. Oh, and Buddy Roulette. And the Pecker brothers, Tanny and Dale. And the old grizzly himself, Weasel Johnson Jr. Look at that carnage. We are worse than the ancient Romans.
there are some nice details for sure. Okay, that was good. quite domination so far. I don't really remember, was there like 25 races or something in the season? It feels, maybe not that many, but it feels long anyway. Some transmission and so suspension is often kind of pointless. Go with this.
Gentlemen, start your engine.
And more rocking beats. It's very easy to mosh with this game.
Nitro's gone.
Yeah, it looks about as nice as a SNES racing game can. There's some depth and almost like 3D quality to it. You can see the side of the car and the tracks look okay and all the signs are nice on the tracks side and has fine music, quite nice music, and even the sound effects as the car slides and hits stuff, it's cool. And the race engineer is also a nice touch. And even with the racing you kind of have to think about the corners, and there is like in some SNES games there's not really like repercussions to your actions, so you can easily move from side to side and so on. Here there's some kind of momentum, so you want to get into the corners well and leave them well. If you go too fast or let the car slide, then you have some problems. And even with the simplistic graphics they managed to make Phoenix a bit different looking from something like Miami. You have some cactus and neon lights and so on, depending on the track. Which gets one to the one of the funnier parts, which is the track editor. I think I spent almost as much time with the editor than with the actual game. And if your tires start to get degraded too much, then car handling gets even more difficult. Now I think maybe I should have increased the difficulty, but I wanted to go with the default. There's that annoying risk of game over. I wish that was the reason why I did it. There is some action, as you say here, that Kyle Petty overtakes some of the AI drivers there.
Nitro's gone.
Last week the Tennis and the other NES games were a bit boring in terms of ambilight, and this is also a bit static. It's fun how the red or orange's tint changes from side to side, but yeah. I can make it. My tank is so empty, but it have to be enough. Okay, Petty wasn't the second. Upgrading my car feels almost wrong since it's like this. I'm already quite overpowered, but I remember the hard difficulty definitely is every race becomes some sort of struggle. I think my memory from 20 years ago, but I think like winning means you get more money, which means you get better upgrades, so you can become kind of invincible even on hard difficulty. But if you F up the first couple of races, then it gets a lot more trickier as the series goes on. And since there are no lives or anything, it's just game over after one bad position.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Start. Oh yeah, I definitely don't hate the game, even if it's quite easily the weakest of the 5 original Super Nintendo games I have got. Kind of like the Actua Ice Hockey, that it's a decent game, but doesn't have the longevity and surprise factor of the other games. But it's fine. This game is the reason why Kyle Petty became basically the only NASCAR driver I knew. So the brand marketing worked there, even if I didn't really, I think, or I know I watched a couple of races, but how is my fuel going to last? too exciting now. I think I will make it because my engineer's job is to tell me come to the pits. I just can't miss that. Yes, thank you. And that's also one nice thing, that you control the tire change and the nitro refuel, but also when they start it you can still just decide to go and it interrupts the tire change, so you can get a bit of energy or fuel or tire and life to your tires if you really need to get going. Unfortunately, when I started to recollect my old games, this is one game that I still haven't been able to find for the European Nintendo. I sold all my Super Nintendo stuff some 10 years ago, and then 5 years later I wanted everything back. Sort of expensive, but with this game even money doesn't solve the issue. Oh, that's really cool. I think I'll choose him, and I think I need some. Yeah, let's go with this.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Oh, some Silent Hill too. I didn't remember their spoke, but now I immediately remember. It's hard to get over how nice the music is. It's very reminds me of all that late 80s, early 90s stuff, from Terminator to NIPD Blue, and of course all the radio, well, many radio hits as well. Now we get to overtake some. It's almost too easy. Well, I think that's one of the drawbacks also, that there's this trash on the track and it doesn't hurt the AI drivers. It only affects me. Which of course makes the harder difficulties a bit unfair. Even here it's unfair, but I can easily overcome it. Come on. What can I do? Now I maybe needed the nitro since they get the extra boost. really optimize. Okay, that was okay. I bet he doesn't win everything, or is in second in every race. That's a bit better than I remember. St. Louis. Nitros. Some fuel. Oh no, let's go with the fuel. It's way worse thing. I ran out of fuel.
Gentlemen, start your engines. Gentlemen, start your engines.
I really like the concept that you have a qualifying lap and the AI is just quite like fair performance. You can be first or you can be second and so on. You can get tight and then you see it on the grid how much easier or more difficult it makes things. It really kind of feels too easy, but oh, Memphis. I remembered I like this art. But yeah, since the game basically forces you to be in top 3 or top 4 in every race, it's like it isn't that easy. I remember the first times when I barely knew how this game works, and I always managed to progress through first 3 or 4 or 5 races and then somehow lose or big place like 6th or 7th, and that means game over. Oh, and Seinfeld is definitely one this soundtrack reminds me of. I watched a lot of Seinfeld back then when I got this game, so this was soundtrack of my life for a few weeks. Hold on. What? Hold on fits actually quite well this episode since wink wink. Oh, there's some nice strobe effect on the background glow. Oops. And that's a nice detail that how the AI drivers plays differently. Like the guy with 1 point is now almost the last one. And of course these victory screens were fun back then and still part of the experience. Some more engine now. Maybe it makes me too powerful. Maybe I go with this. And some suspension just to see the difference.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Now I start to wonder how long is this season. I still want to do the track editor as well. I don't think there's some kind of championship end screen, but not sure it's worth it. I don't really remember if there is even one. At least it's not impressive at all.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
But for sure I would like to finish this season, even if it means that I can play the track editor for 1 minute only. Even if I'm already thinking that this is one game that I could probably play on hard difficulty on video, maybe. After some time. For the moment this is just an excuse to play some of the older games. This actually I played 20 years ago, and then I think I haven't, or I'm sure I have the ROM since I'm using the one now, but I tried this like 10 years ago that it works, and that's about it. I like all sorts of inventory management and that stuff, so this game certainly has that going, since you need to check your fuel and try to think how many laps are left and how much of the lap is left, and do you want to change tires or use nitros and so on. Now on novice there's not so much need, but on hard difficulty definitely you need top tires. You need to change tires way more often, and also use more nitros so you can survive until the next race. So one nice detail in this game is how you can basically cause your car to explode after a big collision, and in this game it naturally means game over, and like basically the driver is dead, so that's something that modern games are missing.
Careful up here, about 100 yards, Jack. There's a wrecked car on the right side. You're gonna want to watch for it here. You're gonna want to watch it all around the right side.
You see that? Danica Patrick tried to get in my way. That pisses me off.
That's fucking gay as hell.
Oop, I'm coming up on that turn thing again. I got to steer left.
In Dirt Rally and new Formula 1 games and so on, I try to always kill myself at some point. Like what if? It's always a bummer that no matter what kind of horrible collision you have, nothing happens.
And Kenny's trying to break the windshield. Ain't that just gay as hell?
We're trading paint.
I think I might need some more fuel and some tires. Oh, this is very long track. Overtaking laps. Always good time to test. Yeah, I was too slow. I tried to interrupt tire change. Blue flag, blue flag. What are you doing? He tried to kill me. I already win the championship. I'm sure no one can overtake me anymore. No, thank you. Even still, tire change is always more important. Get some extras. Little more transmission as well.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Okay, I guess anyway it's already clear that I will win the championship unless I have some horrible mistake, so maybe a couple more races and then I change to the track editor. And if there's really strong desire and so on, then maybe I can later play this on hard difficulty. Maybe it's a bit more exciting than this is. There is still nice like feedback when you turn the car and so on, so it's not that boring even if I'm winning everything. I still need to sort of concentrate on the driving. Maybe concentrate is the wrong word, but it still feels like something. Yeah, now my car is way too overpowered for this difficulty.
Nitro's gone.
I should not use the nitro so much, but now there's this paradox. Should I try to finish these races as fast as possible or have more exciting races? Yes, this is still my SNES game number 4 for some reason. Even if this is kind of like the odd one out. The 5th game is still a mystery game. Actually there might be some reason why that game is number 5 and not this one, but I'll get to that in a moment. Yeah, overall this is a decent game for sure. Clearly not one of the best, but back then it wasn't a bad time, only over time it gets somewhat limited and boring. I think here it's about the same. It's a nicely relaxing game in a way, and there's a lot of things that I like, but it is still turn left, turn right, turn left, turn right. And even if there are lots of layers around it, with the pit stops and the nice race system with the championship season points and the AI drivers being quite nice. Even in many PlayStation games, the structure isn't this good. You don't collect points and that kind of stuff. I love these long season type of things. With the dynamic AI that feels like it's real contestants. Not just some arbitrary obstacle for me to overcome with the same time always coming second or first. Which again leads to one of the future episodes. points.
Nitro's gone.
Oh. Yeah. That was almost fitting. It could have been the end of me.
What's this?
Points. Now I really start to get some nagging feeling that in my best season I got something like 200 or at least like 180 points. Which of course I don't want.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Oh, and some snowmen and snow. I forgot these trucks as well.
Nitro's gone.
I wonder. Maybe this race still and then I change to the track editor. Or at tops one more after this. Depends how long this race is.
Gentlemen, start
You
your
get the
engines.
gist. Only a miracle or a huge disaster will take away my champions.
Take the lead. Fire!
And also I really like how the AI cars try to block me and push me and hit me and everything, but it's really fair. In many games of this era, it's like if AI car touches me, it means my car flies around everywhere and nothing happens to them. Okay, this is quite short track. Maybe I can drive this and the next one. Just in case the season ends here. Yeah. Actually, I could write that down. Or no, I can find it online if necessary. It's good time to go all in.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Yeah, this is final now. Now it's make it or break it for the championship. Yeah, that feeling of traction and loss of traction when you sleep or slide. It's all good. Initially, and most of my friends as well commented how all the corners look the same. Some are longer than others, but basically every corner is the same, so that's something a bit annoying. But if there can only be one type of corner, this is about the best that there can be, I guess. Yeah, there's no. It's one of the annoying parts here that you always need to press reset. On harder difficulties, I sure remember there being some quite interesting and intense races as we overtake each other while someone is on the pits and we need to take extra pit stops and all that stuff. So it comes to the last moments and the positions can fluctuate and all that stuff. None of that today. But still the car handling is okay and the music is nice, so that's already some decent points for this game. I think the pit stops are much shorter on novice difficulty. There's less need to micromanage how much fuel you want without spending too much time. Oh, actually, yeah, I might have some problem now. Let's see. Catastrophic engine failure. Come on, where are you? Don't push me. Don't help me. No, this is good. It's out of this. Yeah. Domination, but is it enough? I just want to always make. Yeah. One failure and it's game over. But now this gives us perfect time to do this. This and this. And what else? Maybe this. And then truck scenery. Let's take only 2 laps. Turbo Jam is the best. Sunny is fine, and then select object. Then A. Alright. goes there, and then some. Yeah, some decor. A tree there, and oh no, let's just do it. Then one more single race. Let's just go with the race. First on track. My beautiful masterpiece. I have some cash. It's a very short race, so I only need maybe transmission.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Not the best start. Now some traffic. No, it didn't put the things there. That's something I forgot since the 25 years ago when I played this. But still, back then it was great fun to design my own tracks and make them, even if basically all the corners are still the same. You can turn left or right and set the distance, but even with distance there's limits. Yeah, to summarize, it's a quite decent game, even still. I had no problem playing this for 1 hour, which is more than I can say for a ton of NES games. So, in a way, Super Nintendo is Super Nintendo. Even the more bland games. Of course, there are some really terrible games on Super Nintendo, but this isn't one of them. Even if it's kind of plain. And that's it, folks. Well, look what is the next game here. Okay, game number 2 for today. And game number 5, basically from my flea market collection or bundle. The Mask. That's fine. Just some extra lives to help improve the chances of getting to the end. already heard some audio clips there. This Super NES Mini isn't exactly the best, I guess, but this seems okay so far. So what to say about Mask? I didn't see the movie when it originally came out. It was like an adult video and or like live action. Real humans, and also I didn't give a damn really, even if there were some pieces I saw in some trailers or something. But later on, that one friend who had a SNES, he also had this game, and or mostly he played and I watched, but I did play some levels and remember some parts, especially even back then this movement thing was really cool. You have a lots of attacks and can move really fast or super really fast or slow and whatever. And I remember we were really stuck even in this first boss the first time, since we didn't know how to do the gun or the horn attacks, which makes the game a lot more difficult. I didn't even check it, because the capture card seems to handle this speed okay. So yeah, I played this, especially this first level at the friend of quite a bit of times. I'm not sure, we didn't ever finish this together, maybe he did. I don't remember him telling me that he would have finished this game. As said, he had hundreds of games.
But I believe my friends are. Perhaps you know them. Franklin, Grant, and Jackson.
On all sorts of platforms. Most of I never saw in any way. We only played like maybe 50 of the hundreds of games he had. Oops, well, that's really not necessary, but so here is this interesting. There was the time when I was thinking that you can go through here and get some secret levels and all sorts of weird stuff. So yeah, having this in the pile of games for my flea market or my dad's flea market purchase didn't hurt at all, even if this was like Super Famicom, something weird. That's why this is game number 5, basically. Since the box had some Japanese on it, and the cartridge was also a bit weird looking, so this kind of became like the last game, a bit weird one. And I also like to show that Kyle Petty is basically the worst game of the bunch, but now at least it isn't in the, like, it's not in quality order. I think here was something. Oh, no. It was here somewhere, don't tell me. Or was it that secret? So yeah, then eventually I played this too back then with the bundle. I'm not exactly sure how, when, at which point did I finish this game. But I did it. Yeah, there's that, but I think there's something else still. There has to be. Or maybe it wasn't exactly here. Well, it's not necessary, let's not waste time here. Power-ups are really important. Okay, that's finished. One down. So yeah, this map definitely made me think that you can go to the zoo and all sorts of things. So I kept playing this over and over again even after I had completed it, looking for the secrets. But yeah, I really, from the first moment I liked how fast and fluid this is and how much movement you have, and it can be a bit frustrating at times also, especially early on, but in time this amount of chaos becomes an advantage, especially after having played lots of other Super NES games and realizing that in many of them you have like one attack and levels are very limited and everything, so that's definitely made this a bit above the average game. It looks good, I like this feel of impact when you are punching and shooting and tornadoing people and hitting them with hammer. There is nice, almost comic-like oomph to them. The controls are, well, the speed is sometimes too much, but otherwise the controls are really cool. But on the other hand, it's a good game to speedrun. No, not here. Okay. It's been some. Actually, this I think I also played. Whoa. Scary there. Played this. So yeah, I sold this along with the other Super NES games like 10 years ago, and then after COVID or during the COVID years I wanted this back. I was only able to get the normal boring looking one, which is a shame, but at least it plays exactly the same. Only this audio has some issues, but I think it's because of the mini console. And yeah, this was basically my final fight, since punching people feels good in similar way, and punching other stuff too. It was sometime after this game when I watched the movie, and nowadays I like Jim Carrey in a lot of stuff. That movie also has its strengths, but it isn't the best.
Swanson? Maybe it's on the briefcase. Look on the... Oh, yeah! It's right here. Samsonite. I was way off. Go, take off in that!
Shantae Jr., how can you keep eating that crap and never gain weight?
I don't know. Just luck, I guess.
He's heading west on Stewart. Stand by all extras. Gloria, he'll be on you in about 90 seconds. Pops, make sure the coffee's hot. Okay, he's making his turn onto Lancaster Square. Oh my God! He knew he hit balance. Something's wrong. Change frequencies.
It's my turn.
1, 2, 3! When the truth is found to be light, and all the joy within you died. Don't you want somebody to love? Don't you need somebody to love? Wouldn't you love somebody to love? You better find somebody. So what do you do? If I can't rule the world, I might as well save it for the one and only person who ever cared about me. Stop breaking the law, asshole!
I need one guy who knows how to paint.
That's me! I got it! Ah, I'm here! Hey, I was here first! Hey, that guy's not Dick Hart!
Hey! We don't want problems here, all right?
You're making a serious mistake in judgment, sir. I am American.
You gotta work on your accent, Pablo.
Could we... You want to talk to my wife, Yang?
Yeah, okay, yeah. We'll call your wife Yang, and we'll ask her if you're American. And then we'll call my wife Yennefer, and his wife Jacqueline, too.
It's ringing, it's ringing.
Hola.
I'm an American! Yeah.
Never gonna give you up. I'm never gonna stop. Not the way I feel about you. Girl, I just can't live without you.
Honey, hi. Wow. Never seen the moon that big.
We really shouldn't waste it.
Bedroom?
5 minutes.
Let there be
Light.
I'll be out in a minute.
Don't rush yourself. Sometimes anticipation can heighten the pleasure.
And he saw that it was good. Whoa.
It didn't take me long to realize being gay is really expensive. So I became a con man.
Cash or charge?
Charge. Credit card fraud. I was selling bad tomatoes. Anything to make a buck. Maybe it wasn't the right thing to do.
When I called all your references, well, they couldn't speak more highly of you.
I cannot speak more highly about Stephen Russell.
Isn't the best. Even if both Jim Carrey and Cameron Diaz should be amazing, but And yeah, the mask was basically the first thing that I saw from Jim Carrey, I think. Maybe I saw some bits of Liar Liar, but didn't understand anything. And Ace Ventura's avoided me for a long time. But nowadays, Jim Carrey is one of the favorites, definitely. No? Alright. One more. No, it's not there, so it's something else. Yeah, this game is also a bit all over the place in a similar fashion. I like how the streets back there, the houses and the clouds and all the club signs and so on, it's really stylistic and makes me think about Seinfeld and other bass stuff like this music as well, but then there are enemies like this, which is a bit like, what is this? Quite often just waiting is the best solution until you can get the horn or the gun. But yeah, at some point there was the TV show with it was, yeah, 1 Milo. I really wanted at least 1 Milo. This one I remembered perfectly. I think there was one on the first level, but I can't remember. This is really final fight. Die, Kramer. Die. Okay. He's stuck. Won't bother with that. It feels so good to punch people and see them go down and fly all around. Damn. But those hotel signs also, and the, what do you call it, when the front of the level and background like align realistically. Too easy, too easy.
My AK-47 semi-automatic
I was considering putting the easy difficulty just to make sure I get through it, but thankfully I didn't. This is the real Seinfeld level. Really jazzy. these penguin tugs as well. Like Gotham City and Seinfeld combined. Okay, is there something else? I really did snoop these levels back in the day, but then 5 years ago when I played this I just speed run through it, I guess. Just to make sure that the cartridge basically works. And even if the gameplay is a bit chaotic, like the combat, it's not perfect by any means, but still you can have some of those Matrix-like moments when you trick the enemies or somehow bump them nicely. But the clocks are just as annoying as they should be. I hate the windows. They are the worst enemy in the entire game. Did I want to go here? Yes. Oh, sorry, my love, sorry. I thought you were a clock. And these banks are really sexy. I loved watching all the clocks and the counters and desks and ATMs and so on. And thinking I'm either stopping a robbery or this is like Kingpin's lair or Penguin's lair. F off. Alright, again. And in most of the bosses there's some kind of... Well, of course in all of these era games there is something that's kinda like an exploit, but how else are you supposed to do it? Ah. Ah!
I can't get free.
Your time is up, Kronos! I'm cleaning your clock! You're done for the count!
But first, Super Mask is here.
Wrong button press. What? Ah, yeah, I was supposed to get the hat somewhere. Well, it's not too long a level. But this is one of those games where I'm not exactly sure if I have. I think the game is about 1 hour if you do it really well. Or of course you can really speedrun, but that's not really my thing, especially after this long break. Hick, 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 hick. Ah! Now I shouldn't spend too much of the edge. Da, do, di, da, do, da. Yes please, some more. Ah, there it was. I should have come here. I tried to save a little bit of time. But now sounds better. So much difference. And this is the stuff of nightmares, really. I remember we got to this level maybe once with one friend, and it looks nicely different, the trees and everything, but the sky and the clouds and the street or the park lights and so on, but it's not really all there.
You need to get inside the base. Some digging equipment would be in order.
Patooey! You know, I really meant to turn left at the Groundhog family's hutch.
Our goal lies within that bunker.
Cease and desist!
Oh, you mean this isn't the Fresno Furry Friends Arts and Crafts Fair?
Maybe I should now. And of course this is like a maze-like level either way, so I'm not sure if I can save anything by running through. I'm Dash. I'm Dash. Rah, 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 rah. Yeah, that was fast. Ah, yeah, now it's time for the super speed. It's nicely for once to play as this almost ridiculously fast and powerful dude. Yeah. But yeah, I think after the game and when I was kid there was the cartoon. That was quite nice, even if I don't remember anything except the bad guy had a spider, robot spider head.
Mask, it's time you became a vehicle of absolute destruction. Like, oh, say,
the deadly robot.
Robot, Schmobot.
How's this for absolute destruction, Doc? Sorry, Mr. Omni-Man.
Guard that bunker!
When I had one toy, I wanted a couple more, but having the base, like talking a bit bigger figure with some slogans was enough. Die already. And here too, seeing all the cell blocks and the background there and all that is nice. And this very comic book compact with the pause and, well, only pause this time, but still, you get the point. Yeah, you can do it. This stuff. And the TVs. Two for one, yeah. Smoking. No. Here I'm not entirely sure how did I get to Milo, but it doesn't really matter that much. Whoa. Ah, but you can have over 9 lives here, even if it doesn't show. Bye. Oh, it was this easy. And this short. I should have used my specials to big stream. Now it gets hard. If not impossible. Guns or horns? Guns or horns? Go away. Now some monkey mode. Can't touch me, can't touch me. Can't touch me. Wee, smoking. Definitely one of the, like, you have lots of tools and then you can probably strategize other ideas than what I had there. I was worried I might have not time to complete all of this, but now it looks really promising. I knew it's a short game, but I spent some time with the secrets. And this is really short level if you know where to go, but if you do this, then it's really long level. First time I really hated this, but then who likes sewer levels? This is really grey and kind of annoying song, and thank you. The certain labyrinthia is the, it's both a drawback and a strength. It's a bit different level than the others, so that's nice, but Oh no. Oh, I forgot forgot to use the sneak move at all. I don't think it's any more important. Yeah. Yeah. And all sorts of red herring on this. Right, yeah. It was there. All sorts of red herring on this level. Ouch! Ouch! Hick! Hick! Once again, just collecting extra lives and all the money and everything just for bragging rights. It's nice. I didn't want to do this, I guess. Yeah, not again. No point. Now wait some more. Past this. Yes. Father. Psychopath murder. Hammer to the head. What? Hey, what? 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 You son of a... Ah! I was too late for my tornado. Wrong place, wrong place. Oh. I don't even remember all the secret places. And this gets very confusing very fast. Oh no, that wasn't the one. No. Bye bye Milo. Milo 6. This is really Roomba level. So animal cruelty and it's all in good fun. and the James Bonds. It's a really good final for this game. Come on, come on. But yeah, really short, so that's why I always believe there's probably something more and still kind of do. This I need to do. No, it's not here. Okay, wrong place. Still quite, I have a vague idea what to do, but mostly I'm just trying all the vents. I think I completed this once on hard with minimal lives, 3 basic lives, but as you can see it's not really that difficult as long as you abuse the true mask powers. And these guys are cool. As a fellow sax player. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I trumpet man, I need more juice. Thanks. Oh. Oh. Is that another extra life? Bye bye. I let you leave so you can tell others about me. You're a different guy, right? Bye bye. I perhaps wanted to come with you. Okay, I lost my chance. Wow! Oh! Holy shit! I remember the first time I made it this far, but then I lost the game over. Hello, Cameron. What was your name? I don't forget. How you doing? Go away. How you doing? You doing anything today? Tonight? Whoa. Be right back. I just need to deal with this doofus. Bye bye. Oh, it was one had power and one had health. Don't start your smoking, or what? What is your payback? Payback is your thing. But now it's my payback, really. As the others, it can be a bit hard boss, or it just takes a long time. It on hard, I don't think it just took a long time, since you have infinite life, extra life there, and extra energy. But payback, payback, payback. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Are you tired yet? Can't touch me, can't touch me, can't touch me. Even Bugs Bunny can't beat me. Bye bye. Go away. What were you saying? Oh, very important is to keep him in camera when he dies. But yeah, at this point it's, I guess, cool to summarize how this was very nice 5-pack of games for my SNES. A couple of great platformers, and the Mario game of course has actually a bunch of games, and Mario and Donkey Kong are quite different, but both really excellent games. And Jurassic Park took really long time to understand and get through it, but it's an epic adventure for sure. And Kyle Petty is a fine racing game. It is simplistic like most SNES driving games, but it still has all the basics that I still like in driving games, the pit stops and lots of cars sort of realistically driving, even if there is the game over thing, which is a bit unfortunate then. And then there's this, still a side scroller, but this is way more like an action game. Very crazy with tons of speed and moves that you can do, and crazy stuff like this that you don't really see in any other. Still no. I remember they can take a damage, but this is something. Payback, payback. I hear you. Do you hear me? There we go. Bye bye, Cramps. Yum yama yum yama yum yama 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 yum. So there's that. And I remember this interesting credits. Whatever concept art that is. Yeah, nice game to play every now and then. It's a bit all over the place and not the cleanest game, but a great example of this kind of game for SNES, I think. Not many that I would consider rival this. Lots of trashy games like this and some on par. Yeah, that actually concludes the very dramatic game over screams. So this concludes this list of my original games, but then there is one more that I can logically add to this list. Bye bye, Stan.
Riddle me this, riddle me that. Who's afraid of the big black bat?
So one more for this time. Batman Forever. Eventually my nephew also got a SNES, or at least I remember we played lots of Super Mario World, but then he had this game and he actually brought it over and let me like borrow it, but then he forgot it and then he actually sold the whole console and everything, and so I decided I'll keep this for some time. I sold my original one with the other games, but let's go with the easy because I really don't believe in my skills. Robin, of course. There's no other option.
Persuade you to take a sandwich with you, sir?
I'll get drive-through.
Doesn't really matter. This I could quote AVGN over and over. But my deal with this game is that Batman Forever was one of the first live-action movies I saw when I was 6 or 7, and it really, like, I watched Jim Carrey in The Mask much later, but back then I saw Jim as Riddler and Val Kilmer as Batman and Chris O'Donnell as Robin and all that. And that's my Batman or Robin.
Just Alfred, by sea or by air.
Why not both?
Who's your tailor?
I took the liberty, sir.
R. What's that stand for?
Robin.
And of course as a kid I quite liked Robin. Even back to the Holy Smokes Batman era of things.
Holy Sherlock Holmes. Holy rainbow. Holy hole in a donut. Holy backfire. Holy hallelujah.
Looking good. I wish it was a bit darker so the ambilight could really show all the Batman dark moments, but what can you do? No. And now we get to the AVGN part that this game is confusing and convoluted as heck, but that's the strength.
But that's only the beginning to how atrociously ass this fuckfest is. Within the first minute or two, you come to a wall, which is pretty much a dead end. You can't do jack shit. So you figure, okay, I probably gotta go up there. So you try jumping all around, but it's useless. You try every possible combination of buttons till you find that select shoots this wire out of your crotch. That's real random, right? The select button? But this wire or grappling hook, whatever, it doesn't latch on to anything. Almost as if it's just for show. At first I thought that you just need to stand in the right spot, but no matter where I go, nothing happens. Fuck shit! Get up there!
At first, yeah, I was getting, like, probably soon get to those parts where I really get stuck, but okay, I didn't remember even this. No matter. I was never a fan of Mortal Kombat, but for this game this really works in my mind. If Mask is that fast-paced, quite random in terms of one-on-one fighting, this is the opposite. Now I'm going to try once more. I'm not sure why I think about it, but no, it's something else in my mind. Yeah, the combat is kind of stiff, but it's like an endless row of Mortal Kombat or Tekken matches. And I already asked, like, why isn't it a great idea? This is like Tekken Force, but done really well. All the Riddler clues, I have an idea there's something, but this, yeah, took a second to get it there. I'm just thinking about the nerd screaming about this issue. How do you go down? And I remember I spent like 20 minutes myself going all around here. What are you supposed to do? And then here, what am I supposed to do now? This makes no sense. Already I'm taking wild guesses with this Riddler thing, but one thing this game is, it's extremely difficult. No. And who doesn't like this vista down back there? I'm a bit disappointed the Ambilight doesn't do more than this. It's still a bit too sunny, but still it looks quite pale. This game is kind of dark, so maybe it makes sense, but so yeah, I don't like the stiffness of Mortal Kombat, but this is a great idea that you have high punches, low kicks, high kicks, everything. Come on, I'm sure there's something here. I don't want this game to end in 5 minutes. There was something here. So yeah, my nephew left the game and I played this over the next weeks and months and years during the summers at my parents' summer place, and kinda like in Jurassic Park, got a bit further in slow steps. Trying all sorts of strategy, just doing jump kicks or the uppercuts or the staff or simple punches or everything. No, I don't remember anything now. Come on, come on. Yes. Only life. And this is something you really must do in this game to get anywhere. Or I guess one thing is that there are the special weapons. I learned to do some of them, like the slippery goose and sticky goose, I think, but it requires some fatality type of button combination, and there was no manual or many magazines with any help, so I didn't learn anything. And when I got access to internet, I kind of made a choice that I don't want to look at them. I'll play this very natural. The AI is a bit all over the place, but since it's so easy now, it's easier to forgive it. And they can hit hard, so if I give them any room, they will damage me fast. Yeah, definitely the Ambilight isn't really doing anything, but it's mostly very dark screen anyway, so life bar is red and there's a hint of blue every now and then when the blue enters the screen. Ouch! Exactly. Come on! Not yet. It's just like in Mortal Kombat. Even the X361 drives me crazy with the 2-on-1 battles. Sometimes you get a nice rhythm going, but sometimes it's just massacre. Yeah, the first times I died game over right here or in the next level at least. Eventually I got farther and farther. If I get to the very end I will share the really dark secret that I have about this game. So there's the extras, lots of secrets to find. And really important secrets in this case. So this I remember being able to use sometime. Yes. Slippery Goo probably too, and Bat Bowler as well. Let's just stay with the Slippery Goo. Doesn't really matter. My strategy isn't based on those. Never was, because even during the intense, like even if when I remembered some kind of button combination, it's still hard to do during intense combat. It's like doing fatality during a match. Then the bank. Oh, that's I need. Thank you. And these Mortal Kombat type of and Donkey Kong Country type of rendered characters are really cool as well. It feels like the movie, and then you have these badass commando guys and the funny sweet guys and so on. And this is fun. Really proto Arkham Asylum type of action. So I have a bit of conflicted opinions about this game. It drives me crazy and it's clearly quite flawed, but at the same time the license is amazing, Batman Forever is an amazing thing, and this combat isn't half bad either. And there's enough of the secret hunting and some platforming that it stays interesting. And stuff like this is also fun. I think I played back then. That was probably the reason why nephew brought this game. So we played some 2-player, but back then we were both so ass in this game that it didn't matter. It's probably just harmful to have to, especially if you can hurt yourself, I don't remember. Or your friend. Yep. Do everything. Try everything. It looks stupid, but once you remember them, then you can be very badass. Flying and swinging and somersaulting all over the place. Not yet. it's also funny how there are certain ways that seem better, but then you kind of need to know more attacks, because there will be times when it's necessary. When the thing hits the fan. Ah. Help me, Batman. Help me, Batman. At best, this feels really great how you can exchange hits, and even with 2 or 3 people you can hold on your own. Hold on, hold on. And there's plenty of this artistic nice, and the statues and gargoyles and all sorts of ledges. Ouch! No matter, I have the bat dick protectors. And also this strategic side that you need to think when you use the health packs, and perhaps you want to risk losing something like the gadget blueprint or something. Yeah, certainly a game that doesn't fit all moods. Sometimes it's too depressing with the blinkety blinkety music and quite unstable and unfair gameplay. But there's also the in time Arkham Asylum combat started to seem too simple, and like they wait for turn and so on, and it's in a way this feels more dangerous than in Arkham Asylum, even if in Arkham games you can fight against 15 guys at the same time and still there isn't that much sense of danger. But here just one can do serious damage to you. And if I can say that this game is kind of better or at least rivaling Asylum in something, it's big words. Of course, this game clearly isn't for everyone. No, was there only one? Ouch. And something else that reminds me of AVGN. Really funny episode, but yeah, it kind of got into my nerves. Not like really, but one moment when it was somewhat easy to disagree. I mean, my first moments with this game were very exactly the same. What the hell? Being like 10 or 11 and getting stuck all the time and dying and having to start over and so on, but it's one game that you can learn, and the playthroughs vary. Sometimes even like now I might die tons of times on first level, or then I can get really far without losing any lives. But yeah, the ambient light from the sun is really starting to... It's not sunny anymore, but still there's some leftovers clearly. So I need to think. What to do with the next episodes. Or if this a break for now. Go away! And this is fun. You get to dangerously throw people over or get thrown yourself. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Oh shite. And it is also really dangerous in this game. You should play really conservatively. But it's too fun to... Too fun to play some tricks. Darn, really not great. Especially since I don't remember where to get the good extra coins. I should have like 8 lives at this point. Slide tune. Slide tune for Robin. This is the... Well, maybe actually not the only game where Robin is the star, but it's close. Of course, most of these Batman Forever games have Robin, so if I ever get to them, there's more good news for me. Oh no, this might be the end of me.
You're sort of stuck where you are, but in your dreams you can buy expensive cars, or live on Mars and have it your way. And you hate your boss at your job.
Guess what I did today?
But in your dreams you can blow his head off. In your dreams, show no mercy.
This is the really nightmare Pennywise level, quite literally. Timer, countdown, no matter how many lives you have, game over. So even when I spend time on the first levels collecting lives, here it's often all for nothing. But at least the clones are fun. Even if hard son of a bitches as well. There's also this that you need to keep enemies separate as much as you can. There's lots of things that you need to consider, like Batman or Robin would. It's all starts to approach the halfway point, so if I die here, it probably means I won't have time to finish the game anyway, and the dark secret about this game will forever stay. I'm really needing some extras life now. Nope. And especially on first playthrough, this was one. Or the first playthroughs, dying over and over because of this. Not knowing where to go, not finding the extra time things. Darn it. I didn't want to do that. Thank you, Catwoman, or whoever gave that. On the plus side, if I die, this would be one interesting game to try in better lighting. What? Oh, okay. Donatello has nothing on me. Where am I going? Where am I going? Reckless. You are being very reckless. Thank you. No, that's the worst thing. I was already thinking that's the end, but there were these. At least I'm near the roof now, I can say that. And maybe this is enough. I won't take the risk. Is the dude here? No. He still might. He might be. No? Where are you? Are you that? Tell me. Are you the man who fought me just a moment ago? No. Oh, you are there. Jump. Yes. Thank God. I made lead skills. Of course, that's why I plan. Come on, Ringo. And once again, it's not smart here to hit them too hard to make them fall down, and then you need to look for them. There's so much that you need to consider in this game. Three minutes. I have effing 3 minutes before whole Gotham is toast. Okay, 4 minutes before Gotham is toast. else? Where else? Where else? Oh, yeah! Now you're effed up. You son of a... Say hi to Joker. Numbskull. No, not yet. Tango, tango with me. Ah, here is the thing. Give me some peace. I need to save. Who did it? Robin. Where is Batman? Who needs that loser? Yeah, that's fine. I haven't done even accidentally one. I could try, but I don't want to waste time. Search complete. I'm coming for you, Tommy. Hey, where's Tommy? Do you know? 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 Oh, he is gone. You need to tell me. Oh, actually, do I want to go here now? This is really important question. Even if I'm not fully sure what is the right way. I think to the right is the... There's the training mode, which is alright fun too. I should try it as well, but... You darn Riddler troll. But yeah, there are moments when this is the best of these 6 games. My original 6 games. After this there was a long break. So, even if I get ahead of myself, I think this... If I continue these videos, I'm not sure if it's after summer or what I do, but... There's probably a break on these SNES games. There are some other games that I have played, but... It's not the right place to play them now. They go too far in different place chronologically. So there was no reason to go there now. Okay. This is really rocking tune as well. Really pumps me up for some whoop-ass, whoop-ass, whoop-ass. Bye-bye. Oh, shoot. Yeah, too cocky, too cocky. Now this wastes my time. Or no, why did he die so fast? There's the Two-Face acid. I hear if you fall there you become Two-Face. Oh no! And this level you can also do some acrobatics as well. Sorry. Nothing holds me. I'm Robin. Let's see you now. Let's see you try now. Tough Tony. More like Fat Tony. Homer would have a word with you if he was here. Ow. My life is fading away because of some streaked punk. If only I can stop Harvey. That's my beginner goal. Yes, I can make it. No, I can't make it. Darn it, darn it, darn it, darn it, darn it, darn it. But yeah, good mood in, good fun in right mood as well. Plenty of some sort of unfair or requires patience and learning the tricks. No. But it's right exactly here or there. What? I have no time for this. What did I miss? What did I miss? Is there some FU somewhere? Hey, you! Where were you hiding? This means... Oh yeah, now it was accident. But that happens when you press the buttons in very epic fashion without even planning anything special. Now we're talking, now we're talking. No. Yes, no. Oh, this I don't remember. Was this something different? Hello, Spice. I always liked sugar better. But Barrymore is sweet. Man, Barrymore is sweet. Oh no, 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 no. Ouch. Stop blowing your shit at me. Bye bye. No, 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 no. Why you don't grab it? Fine. I need that. I need that. Give it to me. You are breaking my dick cover. Dick or the brick protection. Bad protection. Can we stop Harvey in time? In 1 hour. We have 1 hour.
No killing. That goes double for you.
If I was a superhero, where would I hide?
Spank me.
Hold on. Hold on to what? Oh no, these. But they can also be to my advantage. What did you do? Stay there. Stay there. Bye bye. Dum bum 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 bum. Ouch. One more. I will take the secret about Riddler to my grave. Especially with Daddy Cool being so evil.
That's impressive.
Or maybe not. I got an extra life basically. I can still make Batman proud. Darn it. Oh no. I'm not going to make it, am I?
It's always risky introducing a tamed animal into the wild.
trouble adapting to their new environment.
Somebody tell the fat lady she's on in 5.
Don't
Kill him. If you kill him.
You won't learn nothing.
I mean, Two-Face is tough son of a bitch anyway. No! Batman, no! Avenge me. Yeah, game is done. It's a nice game. Darn, it's annoying.
Those angels had their way. Tonight, it's my turn.
1, 2, 3. When the truth is found to be light, and all the joy within you died. Don't you want somebody to love? Don't you need somebody to love? Wouldn't you love somebody to love? You better find somebody.
So what do you do?
to love.
I can barely hear you.
And then let's finish off with a small extra. Since there's this training mode, which I remember being some good fun, as well with nephew on 2-player. One cool thing here is that you can also play as these enemies. At least I remember being able to do the chainsaw attacks with this guy once upon a time. And this guy also had some black hole thing or something. But let's stick with the main man for this. And that's nicely rustic. This, yeah, Batman has some different gadgets. I think I was able to do some of these as well long ago. First by accident and then kind of trying to deduce what buttons they were, but have no idea what they were, so this looks cool. This I think I was at least using to some extent. So of course it's cool that there's Batcave featured in this game. It is also in the story. Unfortunately I didn't get that far, but it is a good way to practice for the unfair Mortal Kombat matches. What? Ouch. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? You are just simulations. Ha, hooya, hoo, 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 Batman. Like even this mode is, well, this is like the basic Mortal Kombat fighter mode with Batman, but yeah, can't really believe that someone would say this is one of the worst games ever. Especially when there is one certain game on PlayStation. It's on my long list of piles I bought during COVID, but still haven't even booted it up. Just like about 100 other games. And now I'm interrupting the sequence with, or by playing these old games that I know quite well. Haven't completed absolutely every one of them, at least to 100%, but it's nice to relive the old every now and then, and now this new TV gives these a bit fresh coat of paint, so to say. Ouch. Ouch. Your friend is dead. Stop bullying me. So yeah, this is also basically like a survival mode. I remember getting at least to something 20 or perhaps 30. No idea if this ends sometime, but it's one of those things that after 10 I start to get bored, even if the difficulty increases really slowly. And one thing I remember liking using the criminals, since there's no gadget selection screen, it's much faster. Ouch. Only 5. Maybe a few more. This is basically what it is, but it's fun. So the base game has to be fun too. It's not exactly Tekken, but I'd rather play this than any Mortal Kombat. Ouch. I'm Batman. You can't touch me. You can't touch me. Finally some action. Some action. Time for some action. Made you look. Yeah. So this goes on and on. For some non-related rant, it's interesting to see how hard it was to get this video thing started, and now how smoothly it happens. Even now in this kind of summertime, it's alright once the sun sets down a bit. And yeah, this basically, well, not basically, but this really is the end of my childhood SNES collection, so it really wasn't that at least big for me. There were some other games that I played at friends, but basically there were about 10 games that I played as a child. Then during university years, 2012, 13 something, I decided to collect a few other games, but they are so far from, chronologically speaking, from these games that I won't cover them now. And I still haven't completed even all of them, so there's that as well. But these 6 games served me reliably as a horse in our summer home, and as well as my parents' place before that. Sometimes playing with friends, but mostly just with one controller. And it's a good bunch of games. It kind of makes me like, oh, that was, well, I was almost ready to quit anyway. Oh, I can try again, I didn't remember that, but okay, so it's basically it's a survival mode, but not really. So yeah, a good bunch of games from different genres, and like a nice side snack next to my PlayStation career and so on. I'm really happy I kind of managed to steal or made my nephew forget this game existed, so it's very firm part of my gaming history. But so that concludes the SNES part of these videos. Not sure how to continue. But even if these old SNES games are kind of done now, covered now, as someone else would say, there's many more Mondays, many more Tuesdays, many more games still. This is only like when I was in early teens and games were expensive as shite. Yeah, thanks for your attention. See you next time.